name is Damon Elmore, and I'm excited to be sitting with my buddy Tyrone Broxton to join him for his My Cup of Tea. Tyrone's a recruiter with one of the nation's largest search firms, and it brings me to a question, Tyrone, that I've always been wanting to ask, especially every day that I see those memes where it talks about this is what I do and what people think I do. As an executive recruiter, what do you do?
What do I do? Well, if I had to put it on the block, I would say my mom thinks I'm the savior to all people. I would say a lot of candidates probably think I'm the guy on the Wolf of Wall Street dancing on my desk just raining money. Not the case. I would think clients think I'm a nuisance because they're coming to us as an additional resource to find individuals that maybe they're not finding on their own. And I would like to think I'm kind of playing Jesus with fish and loaves of bread and making a miracle, turning something out of nothing. So that would be how I kind of picture it for the meme sake.
Why do you do it? Why did you get into it?
I stumbled into executive recruiting kind of by accident. I started out as a public relations director for athletics. So Alcorn State University is my first job. Right out of college, left Philadelphia, went to Mississippi. Talk about complete culture shock. And jumped into the seat as a sports information director. So I was blessed to get a great opportunity right off the bat. 2 years later, decided to move back north, went to the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, did the same role for about a year and a half before being presented with an opportunity to work in their admissions office as a diversity recruiter. And I was just passionate about, attracting individuals to an institution that historically did not attract many minorities and women. It was an observation coming from an HBCU to a service academy. You would think it would reflect the country, and it did not at the time. So I said, I think I can do something about this, and it took some work. It took some grinding. I questioned myself from time to time. What the heck did I get myself into?
Right.
Because there was no blueprint. I was the first individual in that position. First 3 years was a little bit challenging, but man, after I kind of built it up a bit, built the foundation and the frame. I mean, I had a lot of folks coming in and. Went from an institution being less than 10% minority population on an enrolling class year-on-year basis to when I departed to move down here to Atlanta, pushed about 50%. So I was at 46% with the enrolling class before I left. So that was the passion. It definitely helped with nurturing candidates, nurturing parents, marketing the institution, and things of that nature. So I've been able to take a lot of those skill sets from both my job in public relations and also my job in admissions at the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, and now take it to the executive level where I'm working with clients and I'm working with candidates. So you still have the nurturing piece, but now you add the business component to the negotiations, still the marketing, and trying to bridge the gap and the divide that they're seeing, and then, of course, presenting wonderful opportunities to individuals who are in the market for new roles.
Right. One more question. Break your day down for me. So how much is helping a current or opening a search? How much is developing your business, so finding new clients to help? And how much of it is maybe just some organic recruiting yourself to see people that you might want to put in your pipeline?
Sure.
How's that break down?
To be honest with you, and it can vary from day to day because sometimes you get a call that you didn't expect or an emergency pops up that you didn't anticipate. So from a day in, day out basis, per my schedule, I'll say about 35% of my day, 40% of my day is dedicated to business development. I'm an early bird, so I'm in the office at 5 o'clock. I'm on the phones at 6:30, and just pound it out for the rest of the day. I would say at the midway point, I break at 11 o'clock, clear my head a little bit, go for my little walk, come back in, and then I'm talking to candidates. In between the business development, before I take my little break, that's when you're kind of reaching out to folks on LinkedIn. You're checking your messages. You're looking through our pipeline to see who may have expressed interest in new roles. So it's a lot going on. And sometimes, as I said, you never know what may pop up, what phone call may come about. So you're really on your toes on a day in, day out basis. And that makes it exciting. Sometimes you kind of lose track and you're a little bit behind on the business development, or maybe I owe somebody a phone call and they're like, hey man, when am I going to hear back from you? So you try to balance it out the best as you can, but it is just an avalanche. You're just hoping that you have enough time in the day to take care of all the people that you're working with.
Right. Interesting. Well, as that commercial says, the more you know. So thanks, Tyrone. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.